Champions are not born, they're forged. This is about turning the ordinary into undisputed. Available now. Ade Oladipo, brought to you by Undisputed.
Morning peeps, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Shout out to the channel sponsor, Undisputed. They will be there at the live I'm doing September 4th, King's Place. Hopefully you guys will be there as well. You can still get tickets. The link to the tickets is in the description. All right, let's talk some boxing. This might be a long video because there has been a lot of boxing over the weekend. I did go to MSG for Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. We'll get to that, but we have to start at the Louis Armstrong Stadium in Queens, a tennis stadium converted into a boxing arena, and I think it was a success. I think it looked amazing. I don't know how it came across on TV, but there wasn't a bad seat in the house. Obviously, the main event was Edgar Berlanga versus Hamzah Sheeraz, and Hamza got the job done, and that is now liftoff. Like, Hamza is now, for me, a superstar. Like, we've been asking who is going to be the next superstar when AJ calls it quits, which I think is in about 3 or 4 fights, and Tyson Fury decides, for real, enough's enough, which will be sometime next year. Who's going to be that person? Some people said Moses Italma, which isn't a bad guess. I think Moses could be that star. Hamza has to be in that conversation. He has to be. To come to someone's backyard, and it helped that he had someone that was doing a lot of that, to come to someone's backyard and obliterate them like that, it's liftoff. Honestly, it's liftoff. Like, Hamza just looks so much more aggressive, like so much more on the front foot. I don't know if that is the extra 8 pounds. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if that's the impact of Andy Lee already. But I was saying, like, this is going to be a tough fight for Hamza because he is moving up in weight. It's a new trainer, so it's new ideas. Someone else's backyard. Edgar Berlanga is known as a bit of a puncher. It was tough. Hamza said fuck all that and just went out there and put it on him. When it was time to trade in the pocket, Hamza was so comfortable trading in the pocket, and Edgar could do nothing. Honestly, it was such an incredible performance. And Hamza's here, people. He's here. Everything he said, or even like the excuses that he kind of laid out after the Carlos Adama's performance, you must have to believe them. Like, maybe there was a hand injury. Maybe, you know what I mean, the camp wasn't great, because that's a now fully fit Hamza looking good at 168. I'm guessing it was around 185 in the ring. Looked really, really big. Looked really thick as well. He's a problem. Honestly, he's a problem. And I don't want to jump too far, just because I don't think Edgar Berlanga is that good, and I've always said this about Berlanga. Like, that early run he had of, what was it, the first 15 fights, all won by first round knockout, was just crap. As soon as he stepped up a little bit, I think we saw he had problems, and he was almost doing a victory parade in a loss over Canelo. But that was a really, really good performance from Hamza. He's under a lot of pressure, you know, but I was obviously ringside. And the boos he's getting coming into the ring, I mean, he seemed to block it out. But when Edgar came out with Fat Joe and Remy Ma's like, okay, and Edgar was doing this really slow walk to the ring, I was like, this could be fireworks, you know? It could be fireworks. Then when Edgar started to try and box Hamza, I was like, what's he doing? Like, I thought Edgar was going to immediately jump on Hamza. When he tried to box Hamza, I'm like, dude, this ain't going to work out well for you. And then he tried to fight Hamza inside. And if you go back and watch Hamza against Ammo Williams, Hamza's comfortable fighting inside. Very much like Callum Smith. Like, yes, they can use their range and their distance, but they're okay being inside fighters. And Hamza landed a nice uppercut early, and I was like, Edgar's gonna realize very quickly that Hamza can beat him at range, and Hamza can box inside, and it's already a problem. I thought the ref was a bit, almost like trying to save Edgar. Like, at the end of the 4th round, the ref was just trying to, like, give Edgar a few more seconds. Like, what's he doing? Like, what's he doing? But it didn't mean anything. Hamza, came out in that 5th and just blasted him out. And honestly, I thought it was such a good performance from Hamza, like, such a good performance. I went into his dressing room after, and it was like a fucking carnival in there. Honestly, it was incredible. I think he was on the phone to his mum at the time. Obviously, Frank came in, his manager came in, everyone was in there, and look, so happy. So happy for Hamza. I thought, and I'm not saying this because I was working on the card, I know a lot of you might say this, but in terms of a 4-fight card, like the first one we can discount. In terms of a 4-fight card, there hasn't been a better 4-fight card in years. Like really, on paper, competitive fights. Like Shakur Stevenson versus Zepeda was, and it was a competitive fight. Like I actually felt the judges were a bit harsh with Zepeda. It was a lot busier of the two. He was landing, but nothing really scoring shots. Shakur was kind of doing that Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll on the ropes and really teeing off when he needed to. I thought it was a good performance from Shakur. I don't know what he does at 135. Honestly, I think they may have to run to Floyd Schofield, or Floyd Schofield's going to have to run to Shakur, because we don't know what's going to happen with Gervonta. Maybe there's an argument for a Lamont Roach fight, right? Keyshawn's moved up, Vasili's retired. A lot's changed in 3 months at 135 pounds. That was a good performance from Shakur. And I think even he said after, that's not the style he likes to fight with. But because of this Tom and Jerry running thing, he felt like he had to stay in the pocket. Maybe a bit too much. I thought Imam Katayev was unlucky not to get the decision over Davin Morell. Again, another competitive fight. Fantastic fight. Katayev looked enormous in there. Like he's back, just strong. And he was landing and Morell was sticking his tongue out, but Morell was getting caught. Morell got knocked down for the first time. I thought Morell had openings whereby it looked like Katayev was breathing heavy and Morell could have jumped on him. But I think he felt the power of Katayev and he was a bit cautious as to what to do. But a great fight. Puello Matias was fucking war. Like war. And I thought Alberto Puello did enough to hang on to his title. Very, very close, but I thought he did enough. What was interesting was the immediate aftermath of making a fight. Like, Matias is like, dude, I've just come for a 12-round war, and in steps Dalton Smith, and they go face to face. What are we, July, what is it today? July 14th, August, September, October, November. He got a bad cut, it's a bruise. That's a quick turnaround. Like a 4-month turnaround for that kind of fight, I think it's a bit too much. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that fight happens. It's a great fight. I love it. That November 22nd card's looking incredible already. Remember, is that the Benavidez yard card, right? Jesus Christ. But I think that's a quick turnaround. I wonder if they just don't move it a month or maybe at the start of the year. Because that's a lot, I think, to turn around. But I thought Puello did enough. I thought Puello, that was my first time seeing him live. Really rangy and long, good boxer. I thought he looked really, really good. All right, let's talk Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. We're gonna do proper videos when we get home. My voice is going. It's been a busy 10 days for me. Obviously yesterday, I hosted the Club World Cup final. Tired, had a drink. So excuse me for being all over the place in this video. I thought Katie done more than enough to win. More than enough. And argue with yourselves, Clarissa Shields fans, Katie Taylor is 100% the greatest female fighter of all time. Like 100%. It's not even close, actually. And I say that because you just got to look at the resumes, not their records, just look at who they have fought. And Katie Taylor, for Katie Taylor to go 3-0 with Amanda Serrano is insane. Like, I think they had like the top 5 pound for pound list during the fight. And Katie Taylor's beat Amanda Serrano 3 times and Chantel Cameron. Chantel Cameron, I think, was ranked number 4 pound for pound. So Katie Taylor's beaten the number 3 pound for pound in Amanda Serrano and beaten the number 4 pound for pound. Come on, she's number 1. She's number 1, she has to be. It was a really good performance. I don't know what she does next. I think she should retire. But I've been saying, I said she should retire after the first Amanda Serrano fight and she's still here. But I think that should be that. But we'll see. We'll see. I thought Savannah was a bit unlucky with Shadesha Green. Savannah did look a bit rusty, but you can understand why. She's had 1 fight since the Clarissa Shields fight. She's not been busy enough. So yeah, it's almost back to the drawing board a little bit. I say a little bit because all she just needs to do is stay active. And hopefully if she is now signed and aligned to MVP, she can get fights all the time. Congratulations to Ellie Scottney. So happy for Ellie. So happy for Chantel as well. Like, all these girls getting the eyeballs on them. It's fantastic. MSG was bouncing. So was the Louis Armstrong Stadium. So will Wembley Stadium be next week as well. So look, boxing's in an incredible space right now. Like, the fight cards after fight cards after fight cards are incredible. And you know, seeing Matthias in the ring with Dalton Smith, it almost tells you there's nowhere to hide anymore. Like, you're going to be forced into big fights whether you like it or not. No more gimmies. Like, I was watching David Morell, and I think I said this on the broadcast. He needs, I can see it, he needs a warm-up fight. He almost needs a gimme. But you don't get gimmies anymore. You just don't get them. Like, Buatsi was ringside. I wonder if they're going for that. Do you know what I mean? You don't get gimmies. Like, Turkey's made it that if you want to get paid the big bucks, you're going to have to be in tough fights all the time. And that's good and bad. It has its good parts and its bad parts. But we're in a good place, so I'm not complaining. All right, guys, look, I am home tomorrow. So that means me and G-Man are going to do our filming. We've got another look back coming for you next week. But yeah, I tried to get some videos out here. It's very difficult. I'm literally all over the place, but hopefully you guys will be back on track with me when I get home next week. Or today. I leave for the airport in 2 hours. Peace and love.
Champions are not born. They're forged. This is about turning the ordinary into undisputed. Available now. Areola Depot, brought to you by Undisputed.